just in time for the more executive news, Egerton edition. I'm your host, K.O.Y.O, and today we're speaking to Makokha, the Secretary General-elect Egerton University. We're just 5 days away from the election, and we get the privilege to speak to the Secretary General-elect. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How do you feel being elected Secretary General?
I think I feel my term was celebrated because nothing seems to arouse my paroxysms, and as they say, the happiest man is the man who sees his dreams coming true.
So your dream came true?
Yeah, my dream came true.
You fight for the same post in the last election,
Yeah.
and you lost.
Yeah.
Then you're coming back for the second time and you're winning.
Yeah.
What kept you going? What kept you alive on that dream that one day you must become the Secretary General of the University?
That persistent determination that surpasses the talent.
So you're coming back, you're winning one more time. Why did you come back for the same post?
I came for the same post because all over I had the passion for the secretariat seat, and the big men over the world are known or have been known to have been the Secretary General, like my role model, Babu Namwamba. Yeah.
So you're coming back to be the Secretary General because big names in the nation are known to be Secretary Generals.
Of course.
That's the main priority.
And also it is a docket that I personally passionate.
As a Secretary General, you are the student's lawyer.
Yeah.
In the last two executive, you had the Secretary General who aligned the students and placed them away from her docket, away from her. You can remember when they were going for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit.
Yeah.
They were given chances, but they didn't negotiate for more chances so that we can have students also represent the school at the event.
Yeah.
So as the student's lawyer, how are you going to ensure that in as much as you are in office, but you keep the students' interest at heart?
The first thing that I was going to do as the advocate of the student is pressing the right button in the right way. Because you have to come to realize that the docket involves the policy making and the logistics strategizing. And I'm going to put out the logistics and the policies that are going to favor when it comes to negotiating part of the students' interest and welfare.
So the Secretary General, after being elected, they're not really relevant. Very few people know about you after your election. People talk about the chairman, people talk about any other person whose docket is attracting a lot of attention. So you're coming again into the same post. How are you going to ensure that you are at the lips of students positively?
Thank you, Mr. K.O.Y.O. Mr. K.O.Y.O, I will take you back. And we have had the faculty congress people who have acted, and the students have felt their impact as far as the service of the comrades is concerned, than even the chairman part. What makes any executive seat not to be felt by the comrades is the under-service of those respective executives as far as their mandate is concerned. And to me, you will see that the most competitive docket in the coming election will be the Secretary General because of what is going to come out of it during my reign.
Because of what is going to come out during your reign.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
So you're going to be sworn in.
Yeah, exactly.
Few days from now.
Yeah.
What's the topmost priority in office?
My topmost priority in my office is that the comrades' voice are going to be heard.
How?
I'm going to organize most open forums between the students. Stratas will be collected in various faculties, in various departments, and we are going to have them in a central place. All administration and stakeholders of this university are going to be invited. The comrades are going to air their views, which will be minuted, signed by the union and the administration. And from there, the copy will be sent to the administration. We shall have our copy. And from that copy, whenever the chairman and the direct academics are going to make their way to the Senate, or the chairman to the council, we are going to have that record, so that when he will be, or when I will be praising it there, it doesn't have to be coming from me. It seems clearly coming from the students themselves. We are going also to have some incentives out of that. We are going to have certificates, and we shall also offer them, for example, meals, and which they won't stand against.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So we're coming back to again another crucial question. You see, we have the Secretary General, we have the chairperson, the vice chairperson, and the director academics. You see, these people always have the same manifesto.
Yeah.
The chairman, the vice chairperson, the Secretary General, everybody aspiring away from the Congress persons. You have the same agenda. So when you're elected in office, all of you want to try and fulfill this agenda. As the Secretary General, as the Vice Chairperson, so you conflict. At the end of it, at the end of your reign, nothing seems to change.
Yes.
So,
I'm sorry, I've always been telling comrades, even when I was campaigning, that all this manifesto, they saw them with the director, health, sports, academics, the vice chair, unless they have a policy, a person who has a good grasp of the law, the constitution, and a person who can follow the right path so that he can come up with the policies and logistics, then all of them cannot be realized. That's why they elected me to put up those logistics with the highest number of votes, the 4,700, so that they can entrust me first of all to make those policies. And from those policies and logistics is when you can have the direct academics fulfilling his promises. Is when you can have direct agenda fulfilling his promises. Because everything, as you know, Mr. K.O.Y.O, there's anything you do, it must be bound to the limits of the law that governs everything.
so to another polite question, what's your favorite game?
My favorite game, I played in high school hockey. In high school I played hockey. I used to play even at the national level. But when I came here one day, Egerton University, after playing for almost 2 months, we went for a tournament, and I was only given 300 shillings. These were demoralized me.
How much did you want?
They paid me something that was not even, they could not cater for my supper.
Something that does not show the much effort placed on the game.
Yeah, so this one made me to pull. But in the world of sports, I'm a fantasy of the European League, especially English Premier League.
Which team do you support? Chelsea?
Chelsea, I support Chelsea.
You support Chelsea?
Yeah.
So many thanks for joining us today on More Executive News. Remember, we have a Missy Edwin Otieno coming back on
Mr. K.O.Y.O, maybe just before I may come out of the air, I just wanted to comment about the issue of the petition that have been done.
The petition that has been filed.
One thing that I want to, for the first time, the university student elections were managed by a high integrated body led by the Professor Gulie. And the way things were done, it was the perfect ever. And everybody can appreciate that.
So what do you say? Do you support the petition?
The petitions, what I can just term them, those are just the last kicks of a dying horse.
How about if elections are called again and the previous elections are nullified?
Yeah.
And they told the guys, go for it again. Will you still come out the second?
I will manage 6,000 votes.
You will manage 6,000?
I had 47, but this time, and my competitor had 26. But this time round, I would manage 6,000.
Many thanks for joining us today at More Executive News. Remember, it was Makokha, the incoming Secretary General, Egerton University.
Thank you.
So we have Edwin Amisi Otieno coming back for the second phase of this interview. Keep it at More Executive. This conversation is live on Twitter at More Executive 3, at K.O.Y.O Dongo, and at Emily Mbai. See you around.